is Jenny, and I'm a wife and mom raising 2 kids. But I used to live a more glamorous life as a TV reporter. I was on the nightly news interviewing pop stars and politicians. So when I said goodbye to TV and hello to motherhood, I suddenly discovered what we moms are up against. We live in a world that tells us to be rich and famous, thin and successful. You know, almost nobody says, "Oh, hey, you're a mom? That's fabulous." But you are fabulous, and I'm here to tell you why.
It's the Channelmom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
Yes, we are here to tell you why you are fabulous. Welcome to the Channelmom Show, where we are celebrating you. My name is Jenny Dean Schmidt. I'm a mom, and I'm host of the show. We've got some really cool interviews coming up for you today. I'm pretty excited about them. I think they're very uplifting for moms, and we have something really wonderful for kids, too. We are really just here to love on the moms, and I happen to believe that moms need more love and recognition from our society than they get. That's why we're here. Alrighty, so this morning, if you were driving in your car or having a cup of coffee in your home, maybe feeling like nobody appreciates all that you do as a mother, then my commentary today goes out for all those moms who need a little reminder of just how valuable they are. Let's just chat about the value of a mom, even down to the dollar sign. It's true, I'm big on preaching that we don't place enough value on motherhood in our culture, but I'm going to make it even bigger today by illustrating your amazing worth, not only to your children, but to the world. Let's just start with your financial value. Get ready for this. First of all, I'm confident that you're priceless, but let's take a little bit more practical approach. Each year, Salary.com estimates what a stay-at-home mom and a mom who works outside the home should be paid for their mothering duties. For 2011, and based on a survey of over 6,500 mothers, Salary.com determined that the time mothers spend performing 10 typical job functions would equate to an annual salary of $115,432. I'll take that. Nice. For a stay-at-home mom, and $63,472 for a mom who works outside the home, and that's in addition to the salary that mother would earn in the workplace. So that she probably wouldn't need to work in the workplace if she could just get that. So I did like what the writer of the Mommy Files in the San Francisco Chronicles had to say about that financial value of a mom. The statement happens to be about stay-at-home moms, but I think it applies to working mothers too. This is what the writer said. Stay-at-home moms don't get paid for all that they do. And sadly, in our highly capitalistic society, we so often judge our worth by how much money we make. Nothing wrong with capitalism, but something wrong with the judgment system there, that if somebody's not making any money, they're not worth so much. Of course, moms make no money in their mothering job, even if they do earn some love and affection. And by the way, the job titles that best matched a mom's definition of her work are, in order of hours spent per week: housekeeper, daycare center teacher, cook or chef, computer operator, facilities manager, van driver, psychologist, laundry machine operator, janitor, and chief executive officer. Driver. That's van driver. And driver. Yeah, just plain old driver. Just driver. Yeah, right. Don't have to drive a van. Okay. Here's something you might enjoy. Shell, you can do this. Moms can figure out what their own particular salary should be as a mom by going to Salary.com, where you can plug into something called a mom salary wizard, and then you enter your personal job duties, whether you stay at home, what you do, that helps them calculate that. And they calculate what your paycheck should be based on what you plug in there. Even cooler, you can print out a copy of the total check for that year and what you should have been receiving. And, you get a little copy of your check, and you can just post that baby up on the refrigerator and let everybody know how much you're worth for your mom duties. Hello?
Question, do you think it's different from mom to mom? Like, some moms are better at cleaning the kitchen versus...
Believe it or not, I think they estimate how much you should make based on whether or not you have toddlers or teenagers, whether you're stay at home, part-time, full-time.
So you could get a promotion.
Yeah. I don't know, though, if toddlers that are more money or teenagers. I'm beginning to think, as my son approaches teenagers, it should be teenagers, honestly. So. He's not quite there yet, but okay. So I want to say, beyond the green and the dollar signs, there is that immeasurable value of a mother. The one who wipes where no one else wants to wipe, who cleans what no one else wants to clean, who gives more than she'll ever get back, and who loves without asking why. So today, please embrace your priceless price tag, and it's the one that comes with being a mother. And I just applaud you guys. Every single week I applaud you, even when you don't feel like you're doing a good job, and we all have bad days. I agree with that. I'm not saying every mom is perfect all the time, but They need to be held up, just for the sake of their children, if nothing else.
For the sake of the world.
Yes, it's really true. I'm not just saying that. I mean, what if all the moms gave up? We'd have nothing left.
Right.
All right, Josh, we're ready for news.
If you're tired of the same old news,
Alrighty then. In the news this week, we've got the latest stories, and we do pick them, unlike other places, based on what we think that moms want or need to hear. Okay, here we go, Josh. Get ready to start talking, because I know you're gonna. We begin with a story that gets more incredible by the minute. It's a follow-up to the story we had last week on the mom who was allegedly giving Botox injections to her 8-year-old daughter in order to clear up her daughter's wrinkles.
She get arrested yet?
No, it's ridiculous now. Just you wait, but then you can comment. You just wait. So she was clearing up her daughter's wrinkles for beauty pageants. But oh boy, has this story changed several times. After Good Morning America featured the Botox item, it was reported that the little girl was removed from her mother's custody. I knew that would make you happy, Josh.
Thank God.
Well, hold on. San Francisco Human Services Agency apparently decided to investigate, quote, Carrie Campbell. At least that's the name the mother and part-time esthetician was going by at first. One doctor reportedly said that Campbell was putting her daughter at unnecessary risk, giving her a treatment that she didn't really need. And I of course, I would agree with that. But now the question is, did she really give those Botox injections to her daughter? Campbell has done a 180 in this story and now claims the whole thing was a lie, including her identity. She says a British newspaper, The Sun, and I used to live in London, and so I know The Sun very well, so this part doesn't surprise me. The British newspaper, The Sun, paid her to say she was doing the outrageous to help her daughter win beauty pageants. And then she says the American media picked up on it, offering to pay her more money to retell her supposed story for them. She says, in fact, her real name is Sheila Upton, and she never gave her daughter any Botox. No matter how this story turns out, one is left wondering what kind of a mother she is and what kind of a media pays for a fabricated story. Now, that is unfounded, so we are certainly not saying that the Sun is to blame here. We just don't know. But that's what, if indeed it's true that people are paying for this stuff to be fabricated, my goodness. Okay, Josh, now you can comment.
Even if she didn't do it, this person shows a complete lack in common sense. How did she think that she wouldn't get in trouble for that? Or that people wouldn't be outraged, or that that was acceptable in the first place? Using your daughter to garner publicity for yourself. That's just sad.
But this is the the playing field that we now play on with reality TV. I mean, seriously.
It's terrible.
With reality TV, everybody tries to one-up each other's...
To be famous for 20 minutes.
Right.
Hopefully she didn't do it. Like, honestly, hopefully she didn't do it.
Sure. But of course she lied about her and showed her daughter that it's okay to lie for money.
Absolutely.
If indeed she was getting money from these entities. And again, I'm not saying that she was, but that's
Were
the
there
claim.
images? Weren't there images?
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
There were images.
and I don't even know if she was faking it or. I mean, you got to believe that maybe she's retracting her story and saying blaming the media.
So she doesn't go to jail.
Exactly.
Secretly, though, I want to call my mom and see if she would give me Botox.
At this age, yes. My mom lives in Denver. I could just scoot on over there. Well, but really, bottom line, I mean, the point of this whole show is that stuff is ridiculous.
It is.
I mean, really, what matters is how we treat each other and how mommies raise their kids and not Botox. Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Thank you, Shell. All right, speaking of putting your kids at risk, if you thought you were protecting your child by tossing out those old baby bottles and sippy cups to switch to a BPA-free version, a new report claims high chairs, changing table pads, baby carriers, sleep positioners, rocking chairs, nursing pillows, all of those contain chemicals that could be dangerous to your child. According to the New York Times, baby products made with polyurethane foam include flame retardants, like those banned from kids' PJs in the 1970s, which could be carcinogens. Although many of the baby products tested did use some sort of flame retardant, you can't protect yourself enough because you got the flame retardant on there and now it's cancer causing. The Times adds that the retardants, while toxic, are still legal. Okay. All right, no comment on that one. Okay, you'll probably have a comment on this one. Of course, most of us have heard that the split between Maria Shriver and former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger was partly due to Schwarzenegger's ongoing affair with House staff, one particular member of the House staff. But the couple had initially put some of the blame on their careers. There's a lesson in this for all of us, and that's what we're taking away from it. We're not going to go to the sordid details of the Schwarzenegger-Shriver marriage and what went on there. But what I like to do in these news stories is have a takeaway that the moms can use. So I did find out that career stress or career transition is a leading cause of divorce. And of course, Schwarzenegger had just left the governor spot. Now, some of this behavior was before that, but still, that can cause upheaval. And he's reportedly thinking of going back to acting. So that would qualify as upheaval. But experts say there are ways to diminish the stress and strain that careers can put on a marriage. Number 1, stay away from the housekeeper. That would... Just kidding.
Well, the housekeeper's at home too.
Yeah,
Not
right.
workplace.
That was just my little tip. They didn't really give that tip. The great tips that we have today come from licensed psychotherapist Carol Ward. These are the things she says. Now listen up. I mean, really, especially in this economy, people are transitioning, people are changing careers. And so this is important stuff to listen to. Start investing the most effort in your relationship before there's the crisis, and spend time talking about your careers with each other. I think a lot of couples don't do that. Resolve, bounce those things off at home instead of your coworkers.
Well, I think what's the goal of the career?
Yeah, that's right. They say that in here. Remember what it really matters, what really matters to you in all this. Don't be afraid to approach the topic of finances. Feel safe that you're going to fix the problem together with each other. Negotiate together and become clear on what is important during this career transition. Your kids, your home, your mortgage. What do you want to focus on? Get clear on your core values, which is what you were just saying, Shell, what really matters here. And in my estimation, the marriage, actually, you got to make money, but the marriage really is the most important thing.
That's why you're making money.
Right. Don't jump to conclusions. Stress around a career shift does not mean your relationship is ending. Don't overreact because your partner is dealing with stress and anxiety. And schedule regular times to share. And it sounds so hokey, but it's the truth.
Absolutely.
People say, I'm so busy. Well, you're not even married, Josh. What do you know?
That's true. Well, I've been in relationships. I understand that making time is what you have to do. Where you see a lot of this is professional athletes when they retire.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan got a divorce after he retired. John Elway got a divorce after he retired.
Great point. Boy, Josh, you want to just do the news now?
Absolutely.
You're so smart. Okay, once again, I'm going to have to cut off my other news stories. We'll get to those next week. Very quickly, I want to tell you guys about something fabulous to do this summer. I've been to this place and it's wonderful. And they have a special for moms where they're free. So let's talk about this place to stay, this place to vacation this summer, which is absolutely fabulous. And it will save you both on gas and travel time. North Fork Ranch. I have stayed there, and let me tell you, it makes for a stunning vacation setting. And it's wonderful, wholesome getaway for families. It includes an Orvis-endorsed fishing lodge if anybody wants to fly fish. You ever fly fish, Josh?
I do, yes.
Good boy, you could go. With special perks for dad, including a personal fly fishing guide. I had one of those, and it helped me, reel in some big whopping fish that I would have never caught on my own. There is horseback riding for the kids and pampering for mom, including massages and a heated pool with a view of the river. Karen and Dean May, who own the ranch, understand hospitality. They treat you to an amazing 7-course dinner each night by the crackling fire. And if you call them this month to reserve your stay, just mention the Channelmom Show. And Mom's Stay is absolutely free. Now, that is truly a considerable savings to have mom come in for free. So call 1-800-843-7895, 1-800-843-7895. Now, coming up, we have a wonderful guest. She admits that she was overwhelmed by mothering, and she's going to give you some great tips. You are listening to the Channelmom Show, where we celebrate you on Mile High Sports Radio, AM 1510, FM 93.7. I'm your host, Jenny Dean Schmidt. And you'll want to stay tuned for that next segment where we talk to Robin Chaddock. She's coming up next.